and welcome back to my channel. So yeah, I'm smiling a lot because this is a bit of a intimate topic for a YouTube video, but I wanted to come and share my experience of using natural cycles for my I guess natural contraception, if that makes sense. Yeah, because I've been using the app and also the digital thermometer for about 8 months now, and I thought I have a bit of a unique experience to share because most of the women that I watched on YouTube who talked about this, it seemed like the app was able to predict their cycle and get used to what their body is doing and know when they're I guess when they're fertile and when they're not fertile within a 6-month period. But for me, it seemed to take much longer than that. I was literally on month 6 and I was still getting tons and tons and tons of red days showing on the app, which means that you have to use protection. I'll scoot back actually so you can see what I'm talking about, because I started using natural cycles in November, at the end of November, as you can see. And of course, if you were on, or if you are on hormonal birth control like I was for many years, it will take the app quite a bit of time to get used to what your body is doing without any hormones in your system. So it's natural, it only makes sense that in the first few months you're using it, most of your days will be red. And as you can see, that's what happened to me. But I thought probably when I got to month 4, month 5, I would have more green days as opposed to red days. But literally, I was still getting tons and tons of red days. And I was thinking, what on earth is going on? I didn't want to stop using the app because I had come so far. I had been using it for like gone 5 months. So I was thinking, what can I do for me to have more green days? Because honestly, when you're going 6+ months being really careful and kind of like not really doing things because you don't want to risk anything happening, it becomes a strain for both of you. So I thought, you know what, each time I put my data in the app, there's a few tabs at the bottom. So as you can see here, there's my cycle tab, there's a message app, my data, and learn. And I think it's on the learn tab. If you were to press that, it tells you, actually no, it's not there. I think it's the messaging app. Yeah, it's the message app. It tells you when it thinks or when it suggests that you should take an ovulation test, because the app uses your basal temperature to work out what your cycle is doing, but it can't really say with certainty if you have actually ovulated unless you use an ovulation test. So it was in month 6 that I decided to actually take heed of these messages that suggest take an ovulation test today. And I started using it last month, and it literally changed. It was a game changer. All of a sudden I started getting lots and lots of green days because the app knew with certainty what my body was doing. Hold on a minute, just gonna press this on my phone. Okay, yeah, so when you take an ovulation test, it just tells the app with certainty, yes, you have ovulated, or no, you haven't. So it's able to give you more green days because it knows for sure what your body is doing on a particular day of your cycle, if that makes sense. So if you were to ask me about a month ago whether I liked the Natural Cycle app, whether I think it's worth the money, etc., I would have been like, not too sure, because it's taken so long to work out what my body is doing. But yeah, if you ask me today, what do I think of it? I love the app because I think you need to help it help you. You need to help it know what your body is doing. Ovulation tests are not really that expensive. I buy mine from Amazon, and I'll just link I'll share the link to the one that I buy. Really easy to use. But yeah, I think this app needs a bit of help. If you have been on hormonal birth control for a decade or an extremely long period of time, it may actually take the app more than 6 months or around that long for it to start to know what your cycle is doing and for it to produce more green days for you. So you don't want your app looking like mine, tons of red circles, red days. We want more green days. So yeah, I now really love natural cycles. I think it's amazing. It gives us so much freedom to not have to take, you know, a pill or use other things. If you're really into like natural living, holistic living, if you don't really like putting stuff in your body, then natural these kind of birth control apps are really good. They're probably really good for you. I don't do things like measuring my cervical mucus or anything like that. Just the app, just the basal thermometer, and that's all. That's it that I do. And it did take me a few days to actually remember to use this every morning, because you need to use this as soon as you wake up. So as soon as you wake up in the morning, without even getting up or going to the toilet, you immediately must put this in your mouth and let it read your basal temperature. It was hard for me to get into that habit and to remember to do it every day. And the more days you actually are able to enter data in, the more it's able to predict your cycle with certainty. So the more often you do this, the better it will be for you. So what I do now is I just, on my bedside table, put my phone down, and then I put this on top of my phone, so that when my alarm goes off, I have to take this off in order to switch the alarm off, and then that helps me remember, put this in, like measure my temperature. So that's how I've gotten really good with measuring my basal temperature every day in order to help the app. So yeah, that's my experience of using the Natural Cycles app, because I haven't really heard people talk about take ovulation tests to help you and to help it like understand what your cycle is doing quicker. I think if I probably was using the ovulation test from month 1 or month 2, I wouldn't have had to wait 6 whole months for it to start giving me more green days, but never mind, you live and you learn, right? So yeah, that's my experience of using the Natural Cycles app. There's tons of information online about how it actually works and the more nitty-gritty of it, so I won't go over that today, but yeah, hopefully this helped you. Let me know if you are not too keen on hormonal birth control for whatever reason. Let me know in the comments. Share your experience as well if you use this app or a similar app, and yeah, hopefully we can just help each other in the comments. Yeah, so I will love you and leave you. Take care and God bless, and yeah, I'll see you soon.